You lie down hoping for rest. The clock shows it's bedtime, your body craves calm, and your mind searches for silence. Minutes later, the usual pressure shows up, and you get up to go to the bathroom. You return to bed and try to pick up the thread of sleep again, but it snaps once more. Instead of a full night's rest, you get scattered fragments, like torn pages from a book you wanted to read cover to cover. This has a name, nocturia. It happens when, over the years, your body produces less vasopressin, the hormone that helps hold urine in during the night, while your bladder simultaneously becomes more sensitive. It's as if your body receives mixed signals. Your mind wants rest, but your bladder interprets even small amounts of urine as urgent. The result is fragmented sleep that affects your energy, memory, and mood. You're watching the Life Guidance After 60 channel, created especially to offer advice and life stories for people over 60. In the morning, the day starts dull. Coffee helps a little, but it doesn't restore mental clarity. You forget things here and there. Names that used to come to mind in seconds now require effort. Simple tasks feel heavier. All this happens because your sleep was repeatedly broken, preventing the deep stages that restore both body and mind. Life goes on, of course, but with more weight on your shoulders. Take Margaret, 68. She promised her grandson she'd tell him a full bedtime story. She started enthusiastically but had to stop twice to go to the bathroom. The boy fell asleep without hearing the ending. The next morning, Margaret went to the market and forgot half her shopping list. That little story from that night had a beginning, middle, and end, expectation, interruption, consequence. What seems like a minor detail can reshape moments that truly matter. For many, this feels like an inevitable sentence of aging. The mind starts generating fears. Is my body failing me? Have I lost control? Anxiety builds as bedtime approaches because the bed is no longer a symbol of rest. You lie down already on alert, waiting for the next trip to the bathroom. And that anticipation alone disrupts sleep even before you drift off. Physiology explains part of this picture. Less vasopressin means more urine production at night. Meanwhile, the bladder, now more reactive, sends alerts with smaller volumes. It's the perfect storm, more fluid available overnight and an organ that reacts too soon. Your body isn't working against you, it's simply changed its rhythm, and your old habit of sleeping straight through now needs new allies to return. There's also a social impact. Travel invitations lose their appeal when you imagine restless nights in a hotel with constant bathroom trips. Couples who used to read side by side before bed start avoiding that moment, afraid of waking each other. Intimacy fades, moods shift, and small conflicts arise from built-up exhaustion. The nighttime problem spills into the day and becomes part of everyday life. David, 72, offers another example. He's always enjoyed doing crossword puzzles at dawn. One Monday, he mixed up simple clues and got irritated over a silly mistake. When he reviewed it later, he realized he'd woken up 4 times the night before. His little story that day also had its arc: wounded pride, discovery of the cause, and a decision to pay attention to his patterns. He noticed his patience vanished during weeks when his sleep came in fragments. This cycle chips away at self-confidence. People start doubting their own bodies. Instead of planning a walk with friends, they begin turning down invitations. Rather than scheduling coffee with a daughter, they keep postponing it. Reduced energy changes choices. And when we change our choices because of fatigue, life becomes smaller than it could be. The cost is far too high for something that, at its core, is just a mismatch of rhythms within your own body. It's important to understand that blame doesn't help. You didn't cause nocturia through weakness. Bodies age, hormones shift, and tissues develop new sensitivities. Acknowledging this eases hidden shame and creates space to respond wisely. From that place of understanding, the mind becomes an ally again instead of a critic. And when the mind cooperates, anxiety lessens, rest improves, and hope finds solid ground. Maybe you recognize yourself in these scenes. Maybe you're thinking of someone in your family. The key here is to see the full picture, a common condition after 60, explained by real physiological changes, that weighs heavily on emotions, relationships, and daily life. The good news is you don't have to accept this cycle as your fate. There's a practical, accessible solution that can turn your nights back into continuous, genuine rest. That's what you're about to see. Have you ever noticed how something simple can completely change your routine? Star anise is one of those examples. A star-shaped spice used for centuries in traditional medicine, it holds essential oils in its seeds that can relax the bladder and reduce the silent inflammations that come with aging. The practice is straightforward. Chew 1 or 2 whole seeds for about 60 seconds, roughly an hour before bed. This ritual releases compounds that act like a calming signal to your body, helping to reduce those middle-of-the-night interruptions. But it's not enough to expect star anise alone to do all the work. Your body responds better when it finds support in daily discipline. Drinking plenty of water in the morning and afternoon, but cutting back on fluids a few hours before bed, helps prevent nighttime overload. Avoiding coffee and alcohol after noon protects your sleep. Urinating right before bed and elevating your legs in the afternoon, especially if you have swelling, reduces pressure on the bladder at night. Even adjusting the timing of certain medications, like diuretics, can make a real difference. These choices, combined with the star anise ritual, create a powerful synergy. Each night becomes a fresh opportunity for deep rest. The secret isn't in waiting for miracles from the outside, but in actively participating in this process. Star anise opens the path, and your discipline keeps it steady. It's at this point that life begins to show you that peaceful nights aren't just a thing of the past, they can be reclaimed, step by step, gesture by gesture. Because in the end, the true miracle isn't just in the spice, but in the way you choose to care for yourself, night after night. And it's precisely this union of attitude and discipline that turns simple seeds into whole nights of peace. When people talk about regaining peaceful nights, many look for quick fixes. Star anise is a powerful ally, but real results appear when it's paired with daily discipline. The real miracle happens at the intersection of nature and your own attitude. It's not enough to chew the seed and expect an immediate effect, you need to teach your body to cooperate with this change. The body responds to patterns. If you drink plenty of water during the day but reduce intake 2 or 3 hours before bed, you've already lessened the pressure on your bladder overnight. If you decide to skip coffee after lunch and avoid alcohol in the late afternoon, you give your brain a chance to wind down. By urinating before bed, your body finds room to maintain balance. These are simple adjustments that, when added to the star anise ritual, build a solid foundation for sleep to restore itself. Robert, 74, is a clear example. He started chewing star anise every night but kept waking up multiple times. He only noticed a difference after correcting small habits. He always drank a full glass of water right before bed and took his diuretic at night. Once he adjusted these details and stuck with discipline, the results came. The star anise wasn't weak, it just needed his body's cooperation and his own awareness. Another important detail is leg swelling, common after long periods of sitting. That accumulated fluid returns to circulation at night, increasing urine production. By elevating your legs in the afternoon or wearing compression socks, many people reduce this issue. It's a simple gesture, yet it can transform your entire night. Your environment matters too. A dark, quiet bedroom signals to your brain that it's time to shut down. Establishing a consistent routine, going to bed and waking up at the same times, strengthens your natural sleep cycle. And avoiding screens for an hour before bed is crucial. Artificial light confuses the brain and delays melatonin release, which is essential for deep rest. Each of these practices amplifies the effect of star anise and gives your body another chance to sleep continuously. Eleanor, 69, believed her insomnia was just a punishment of aging. She started using star anise, but the real transformation only happened when she changed her routine. She stopped watching TV in bed, swapped her afternoon coffee for a mild chamomile tea, and created a fixed bedtime ritual. Within a few weeks, she experienced full nights of rest, something she hadn't enjoyed in years. Her smile returned, and even her husband said she seemed younger, lighter, more alive. These stories prove the secret isn't in a single miracle solution, but in the combination of discipline, self-care, and consistent choices. Star anise opens the door, but you're the one who walks through it. And when that decision becomes routine, your body responds with gratitude, your mind wakes up clearer, your mood stabilizes, and your energy for life begins to bloom again. Stay with us until the end, because we're about to reveal fascinating details about this spice and where it comes from. Here's a crucial point: every body is unique. For many, these changes bring visible results quickly. For others, symptoms may persist. And when that happens, seeing a doctor becomes essential. Ongoing poor sleep can hide deeper issues, like an overactive bladder, prostate problems, sleep apnea, uncontrolled diabetes, or even acid reflux. Consulting a professional isn't a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. It ensures you're addressing the root of the problem, not just trying to silence its signals. The big lesson here is that discipline and attitude are indispensable, but medical attention is the support that completes the circle of care. That way, each well-slept night stops being a matter of luck and becomes a hard-earned victory. You don't just regain rest, you also regain the confidence that you're doing your very best for your body and your life. In the end, the surprising revelation is this: the miracle was never just in a spice. Star anise is a powerful ally, but the true protagonist is you. Every choice you make, every habit you adjust, every bit of discipline you apply, that's what builds peaceful nights and lighter days. The star of the anise symbolizes something greater: the ability to turn small seeds into big changes. When you chew 1 or 2 seeds before bed, you're not just consuming a food. You're making a quiet declaration: I choose to care for my body. I choose to value my nights. It's an act of awareness, of self-respect. Combined with discipline, the effect goes beyond sleep. Waking up without interruptions brings back the energy you thought was lost, restores mental clarity, and reignites the confidence that there's still so much quality life ahead. Think about how many moments have already been stolen by exhaustion: a conversation that ended too soon, a walk that got postponed, a hug that lacked its usual warmth because you simply didn't have the energy. Now imagine getting all of that back. That's the real impact of restored nights. The miracle isn't in a magical seed, it's in reconnecting with your vitality, in rediscovering simple joys, and feeling like you're truly in charge of your own life again. Discipline, often seen as a burden, becomes a gift. Small actions, cutting back on fluids at night, skipping coffee after lunch, tending to your sleep environment, start to be recognized as keys that unlock a better life. What once seemed like minor details become victories. Your body responds, your mind thanks you, and your spirit finds peace. The older adult who once felt trapped by nocturia realizes they can write a new story, one where the night isn't an enemy, but an ally. This process also teaches something even deeper: aging doesn't mean losing, it means learning to live differently. Yes, your body changes, but your mind can choose to adapt. That choice restores dignity, hope, and joy. Each full night of sleep becomes a celebration that it's still possible to live well, even after 60, 70, or 80. The ending of this story delivers a clear lesson: the miracle is you. Star anise can help, but without your active role, it's just a seed. When you decide to change, when you commit to discipline and seek guidance when needed, your body responds with gratitude. Nights become peaceful, days feel lighter, and life regains its brightness. When you close your eyes and drift into uninterrupted sleep, you prove to yourself that you can still transform your reality. That's the greatest victory of all. And if this message resonated with you, keep watching, because there are other simple, natural secrets that can strengthen both body and mind. With every video, a new opportunity to live longer, live better, and feel truly fulfilled. What is star anise and where does it come from? This spice has been used for centuries in traditional Eastern medicine and originates from China and Vietnam. It contains essential oils with relaxing and anti-inflammatory properties. Compounds like anethole act on the nervous system, producing a gentle sense of calm that supports falling asleep. It also aids digestion and reduces intestinal discomforts that often interfere with rest. The most common way to use it for better sleep is as a tea. Simply bring a cup of water to a boil and add 1 whole star anise. Let it steep for 10 minutes and drink it 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. The effect is similar if you chew 1 or 2 whole seeds for about a minute, a practice that slowly releases the essential oils and helps prepare your body for sleep. Important, the effect is gentle, it's not like a sleeping pill. It works best when paired with healthy habits, such as avoiding caffeine in the afternoon, keeping a regular sleep schedule, and creating a calm sleep environment. Caution: pregnant or breastfeeding women, and people with liver conditions or allergies to anise, should avoid it or consult a doctor before use. Because in the end, the true miracle isn't just in the spice, but in the way you choose to care for yourself, night after night. And it's precisely this union of attitude and discipline that turns simple seeds into whole nights of peace. Our channel was created to share meaningful guidance and reflections for those living the best chapter of life, after 60. We're still at the beginning of this journey, and we need your support to grow. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and help spread these messages of inspiration.